Florence, the capital of Renaissance, you still attract the adoring eyes of admirers and enthusiasts from all over the world who come to pay tribute to your beauty and grandeur. The following of your great sons have brought your name into repute. Leonardo da Vinci, the universal genius of the Renaissance. Michelangelo Buonarroti, great artist and sculptor. Outstanding artists Sandro Botticelli, Raffaello Santi, and Giotto. Sculptor Donatello. Architect and philosopher Leone Battista Alberti. Architect and engineer Filippo Brunelleschi. I am standing in the very center of a wonderful city, the history of which has become one of the brightest pages in the history of mankind. It is known that Florence existed as a settlement back at the time of Etruscans, who populated Tuscan lands since the 9th century BC. Yet the city depends upon ancient Romans for its birth. In 59 AD, they set a camp on the bank along the river of Arno and named it Florentia, which means blossoming or blooming. In the 15th century, Florence is one of the most populous and beautiful cities of the world. It is famous for its richest brisk trade and independent policy that the city republic pursues. The citizens consolidated in aspiration to glorify the wonderful city. Great poet Dante Florentine wrote, addressing to his compatriots: "O brothers, who amid 100,000 perils have come unto the west to this so unconsiderable vigil, which is remaining of your senses still, be ye unwilling to deny the knowledge, following the son of the unpeopled world. Consider ye the seed from which ye sprang. Ye were not made to live like unto brutes, but for pursuit of virtue and of knowledge." Each period of time puts in its claims and challenges to the people holding power. Successful rulers always feel and understand both the call of all times and people's aspirations. The most remarkable of them became symbols of the whole era as a rule. The aforesaid is also true of the two outstanding representatives of the Medici family, Cosimo the Old and Lorenzo the Great. The light is being born in the heart of darkness, as if in support of the ancient truth. In 1434, Florence attains a new ruler, Cosimo Medici. The Palazzo Medici in Via Larga is one of the first and most famous architectural masterpieces of the Renaissance. A part of the wall that had formerly surrounded the city was used as the foundation for the palace. The task of building was entrusted by Cosimo Medici to his favorite architect, Michelozzi. One can imagine how things were boiling here some 5 centuries ago. For instance, to mark the visits of Pope Pius II or Duke of Milan Galeazzo Maria Sforza, the city authorities held truly magnificent receptions in their honor. During the ceremonies, Cosimo's grandsons were delivering speeches of welcome. Now we're inside the Basilica di Santa Croce, one of the oldest churches in Florence. The most outstanding people of the Renaissance are buried here. For instance, I'm standing right in front of Michelangelo's grave. Dante's tomb is nearby. While the ashes of Galileo Galilei lie directly across from it. The ashes of Niccolò Machiavelli, outstanding thinker, politician and historian of the Renaissance, also lie here. Now we're inside the Medici chapel. It is a sort of family vault of the clan. In 1520, Pope Leo X entrusted Michelangelo with the task of building a mausoleum for Medici family. However, after the Pope's death, when the work had already been completed, the tomb of Lorenzo and his younger brother Giuliano had not yet been installed. Nevertheless, a fragment on this tomb, the statue of Mother of the God and the one of Saint Cosmas and Damian, was still put in place in the central niche of the chapel. Lorenzo's ashes were moved and buried at Madonna's feet. One can say that Michelangelo paid his final respects to the great ruler of Florence. The great member of Medici family found his final abode in Basilica di San Lorenzo. The true peace can be found only where motherland is, as he once wrote in his poem, The Dispute. Few rulers can be considered equal to Lorenzo il Magnifico. Power like art requires talent, while talents are granted to the elite. Grateful descendants will forever cherish the memory of Lorenzo Medici and his great contemporaries.